I don't know about you, but as I sit in my reading nook here, it's kind of like this nano edge here. Kind of dating myself. I never thought that I would be a victim of corporate narcissism. Now that seems like a really strong statement, but it's true. Being unfortunately, the ex-wife of a narcissist, I absolutely had to untangle myself personally from that experience, and it was very traumatic, and a lot of therapy went into that, and I help a lot of people through that with my counseling, but I never understood that that would happen to me on a corporate level. I'd been a career educator for over 20 years and was headhunted into corporate world and found myself being dazzled and love bombed with, oh, they loved my experience, and oh, here's what your salary can be, which is much more than I ever made as a teacher, and oh, here's what we can do with a bonus, and oh, you're fabulous, you're going to be such a great addition to this team, and you're wonderful, and wow. I mean, if you've ever been love bombed, you know in a personal setting how that feels, but I never felt that really in a professional setting. So now you're feeling very valued, where maybe coming out of education, you didn't feel that. You were just showing up for the kids and you were serving. And as an empath, because I'm an intuitive empath, that's what I am, that's who I am, and that's what I do now as I serve in this role to help people. I was kind of godsmacked. I'm like, this is fabulous. Well, as you sit on those teams and you show up to serve and to help, you have a target on your back, because now the people that really are just kind of there to take and take and take will take and take and take. They're going to take and take your ideas. They're going to take and take your energy. They're going to take and take and take and take and take from you. And if you're in corporate, or actually in any career, you know that now that's possible. And if you're not one of the golden children, what starts to happen in that cycle of corporate narcissism, right? Now you start a little bit of that devaluing, right? If you've ever been around a narcissist, whether it's a person or a corporation, they start to devalue you. They start to tell you, well, maybe that's not the way we want you to do that, reporter. Maybe that's, are you sure that figure was right? Maybe you start to get gaslit a little bit about your job, and you're like, wait, no, I'm doing this right. I did what you told me to do. And things are said to you, but it's never put in writing. And you're confused. And you're like, wait, I'm doing my job right. Wait, I'm being devalued. I'm being gaslit professionally. But that golden child over there isn't even doing their job. They're out having brunch with their buddies. They're skiing at a ski resort. And you know they are because they told you. They're not taking PTO, but they're out skiing at a ski resort. And you're like, what is happening here? But now you've become the one that they're going to target, the one that they're going to attack, the one they're going to devalue. You're the one in the family system. You're the one in the corporate system. So you're devalued and you're gaslit and you're attacked. And you show up and you smile and you sit on the team and you give your best and you show up because you know that you have integrity. And you do. And you show up with a smile and you show up with love, but it chips away at you and it's in your energetic field and it's sticky. It's like those little things when you walk through the forest and they stick on your socks, or they stick on your sweaters, or they stick on your sweatpants and you can't get them off. They're just so irritating. That's how it sits on you until the end, when the discard comes. And all of a sudden they look for any little reason to let you go. And you've done nothing wrong. But you get discarded. And then you sit with it and you're like, what happened here? You know, you went from being on this pedestal when you were hired to being discarded, and it was kicked out from underneath you. And now you sit with this and you're just untangling and hurting. And I know a lot of you have gone through that if you've been fired or laid off or worked on a dysfunctional team, much like a dysfunctional family or a dysfunctional relationship, personal relationship, a friendship. But this is corporate narcissism. And it exists. This is not to say that it is all of corporate companies. There are phenomenal companies out there that treat their employees with respect and kindness. But if you've worked for a dysfunctional company, just like there are phenomenal families, but if you've lived in a dysfunctional family, you know exactly what I mean. If you've been in a dysfunctional relationship with a narcissist, you know exactly what I mean. Boy, oh boy, how do you move forward? Well, I'll tell you, there are some ways. And I have worked personally. I've come from a dysfunctional family, being, unfortunately, the scapegoat. I wasn't the golden child. And if I really connect all these dots, it makes sense. Then I had a narcissistic husband. Then I worked for a narcissistic company. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just pointing all of these like little connections together. How do I get that out of my field? Well, I did. And now I help other people do that and heal that. So please be gentle with yourself. Give yourself that time to heal, because if you step right back into that cycle of abuse, you're going to continue to work for some of these companies that are narcissistic companies. You're going to continue to be in those narcissistic relationships or friendships. You're going to continue to be abused by narcissistic family members. You need to have some energetic boundaries, and you need to clear those boundaries so you don't keep attracting the kind of people that are going to take advantage of your good nature. So many blessings. And please know that we are here at Luna Goddess to support you. We love you. We hope that you can get out of that cycle of abuse, because you do not deserve that. No one does. We are here for light and love and happiness and pure joy. Thank you and all the best.